Hello everyone! Pioneer and Apple here with episode 7 of Titans Asylum. Last time, Jason Todd was a little bitch who reversed police brutality. We got some decent insight into Dick's psyche with a large part of his backstory and his interactions with another younger Robin, and the rest of our team did basically nothing but stare at Dr. Adamson. With our recap out of the way, let's start the episode. Mr. Adamson sits quietly in the bathroom like a child put on the naughty step, as our team discuss the ethics of letting Rachel be the one to speak to him, as that seems to be the only way to get the info they want.
Dick, please.
Oh no, you're a little too young for him, I think. So Rachel is allowed to meet Dr. Adamson, although for an emissary of our big bad, he is no Hannibal Lecter. Although, since one of his first lines is, "Hello, child," I don't think we need any lip-licking shenanigans from him. Adamson exposits some first-level psych student bullshit, and reveals Rachel's purpose is to save everyone. So, like any sane person would, he slits his throat, forcing Rachel into action, using her powers to heal up his wound. Ooh, that shot's nice. So, now Adamson ditches his stance and decides to talk to the others. Their big plan is to return Rachel to her father and purify the world, spouting off some names, including Rachel's real mother, Angela. Dick tells this information to Rachel, stating Angela is in an asylum. That's the name of the episode. The team debates what to do, and against Rachel's angst, everyone is content on staying put for the time being. Gar attempts to talk to Rachel, and against the better judgment of the adults in the situation, these two decide to go in alone. Dick and Corey use Wayne Tech to scout the grounds, and decide to enter via tunnel. A very quick plan formulation. Too bad the dynamic idiots are already on their way via Uber. Gar and Rachel are easily dealt with by our villains, and our adult protagonists also don't manage to make their way in, easily caught with this guard ready to bust a cap in Gar's ass. Dick is strapped and drugged, Corey is in a room and drugged, Gar is cattle prodded while this man talks in a way I would call rapey, and Rachel is having tea with a now free Adamson, who spiels like a lunatic or a cult member. They're not really commonly distinguishable, I would say. Rachel demands to see her mother, but Adamson refuses. Meanwhile, we get more scenes of Corey being prodded, and after an attack, a very disoriented Dick feels his way through a couple of hallways before falling over and having the shit kicked out of him. He finds himself back in Wayne Manor with his younger self. Oh, that's a bad shot. I see Chibnall took notes. Within this trip, we are also given a great look at the Batcave, that unlike many versions, is given less of a cavernous look and more of a sleek and technologically advanced design. His young self beats him a little more, with some strange and annoying camera angles, although I guess they did nail the disorienting feeling that they were going for. And back out of the trip land, we see that Dick never even made it out of the chair. Worst escape attempt ever. Cult Dr. Adamson tells Rachel that the only way to free her friends is to get them to change sides, and shows her footage of their tortures. Adamson wants her to call her father, but instead she decides to re-slit his throat, while he rubs his own blood on him. That was an odd blocking choice. After a couple seconds of, "Oh no, what have I done?" Rachel steals Adamson's shit and seeks out the team. Meanwhile, this doctor lady that was torturing Dick stumbles upon Adamson and sends guards after Rachel, who is currently visiting her mother. Angela starts off thinking Rachel is a ploy by the dickheads, but soon embraces Rachel and wants to do a run-up, but Rachel gets her to help free the Titans. Oh, I mislaid my hands on the keyboard and almost wrote tits into the script instead of Titans. Too bad that's the most exciting thing to happen all episode. Rachel frees Gar first, only for the man previously called in my head Rapey Cattle Prod Man to clobber her mum and get chomped and flung by Gar. Gar then proceeds to fuck his shit up in a cage fight where Rapey Cattle Prod Man says bye-bye to his organs, leaving Gar to have a little freak out before they leave to get Dick, who is still tripping balls. He gains a bit of consciousness and they head for Corey, who is currently being vivisected, but after another fight scene they make their way to the exit and are once again confronted by guards. Dick deciding to take some frustrations out on the guards, and pummels an entire squad in a well-choreographed fight. Although I have to say, I wish the camera work were better this time around. Dick notices that gas is flooding the tunnel, as we get a great reaction from the Lady Doctor. No, not Jodie Whittaker. Dick gets a good scene of symbolism, and Corey blows the place. I understand that she would be resistant to her own fire, but how the hell are her clothes not in flames or melting as she walks out of the building in her cool strut? Dick burns his Robin suit and our heroes leave, ending the episode at a decent point, if a little abrupt. So to summarise, this episode was kind of a slog. Our character moments were mostly frustrating. The only one that was really important and decent was Dick's trip. Most of the scenes in the asylum are just spectacles that were not that entertaining. And Rachel's mum's few lines are good, but after her initial scene, she basically just shuts up for the rest of the episode. The villains, quote-unquote, sucked as Adamson died halfway through, and after Lady Doctor's warning for the security to head after our heroes, we only got 2 encounters. One that was unintentional and a bore, and the other ruined by shithole camera movement. Although, bar that scene and a majority of Dick's trip, most of the camera work in the more mundane scenes felt more thought out and precise than the previous episodes. For the rating, I'll give episode 7 of Titans, Asylum, a 6 out of 10. Thank you everybody for watching my latest review of Titans. Please like the video if you liked it, leave a comment down below if you wish, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you do, ring the notification bell so you're notified every single time that I make an upload. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Toast. A little piece of toast. Because there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side.